I was making a video and then I got a phone call about the people that I'm about to talk about. And yeah, so, and I accidentally, instead of hitting the pause button, I hit the stop button. So I gotta do all this again. I'm tired of talking about it, but I gotta tell you guys what's happening. So yesterday, I was having a little me day and just kind of trying to perfect my life, and you know, and my glasses are all scratched up, so I was like, I'm gonna go get me some new glasses. So I went up to, you know, got my little eye test, and you know, I said, okay, how much are the glasses gonna be? And I picked out the options I wanted, and it came up like $425. So I was like, okay, well, you know, let's go through it. And then I go to check out, and they're like, okay, that's $695. It's like, well, damn, that's a lot of tax. I was like, what, you know, what else did I accidentally pick? Because I'm under the impression I'm only paying $425. And they say, oh yeah, well, what options did you have? And I picked it out, and you know, showed them this one's this much, this one's this much, this one's this much, $425. They said, oh, okay, well, something must be weird. Let me re-ring it. And it came up $695 again. I'm like, something's wrong here. So, and this is just a precursor to one hell of a day yesterday. So anyways, you know, I go through and we're sitting there spending 20 minutes, and they're like, well, this is what it cost. And I was like, no, because that's not what the options I'm paying for. And it just went back and forth. I was like, you know what? I was like, you're stuck in your little world. I says, I'm going to come back when someone else is working here, and let's see if we can figure it out later. So I left. And so then, you know, I got this little paper in the mail saying, hey, if you come over to Chase, we can get you a credit card for 0%. So that sounds like a good deal. And the credit card I've had shit since probably like early 2000s. So I was like, maybe I do a transfer and just see if I can get the low interest rate for a while, or the no interest rate. And so I went over to Chase, which happened to be right next door to the iPlace. And you know, I said, hey, I got this little flyer in the mail. I said, let's try it out and see, you know, see where I fit into this whole thing. So they say, well, you got to open a checking account. So I said, sure, here's, you know, a few $100. Let's open up a checking account. And then went through the process, and it came back, you know, with not enough money to transfer what I have on my existing credit card. And I says, there's no way to match what I have on a credit card? He says, no. I says, okay, fine, cancel it. I don't want the credit card. He's like, you don't want it? I was like, no, I don't want more credit. I want less credit. You know, that's the whole reason I'm doing this, is just for the APR. I don't care about having credit. I'm trying to pay everything off. And this is one of the last bills I have to pay, you know. So anyways, I talked with him, and you know, I was in there for like 2 hours going through all this bullshit. And he says, okay, everything's canceled, you're good to go, and blah, blah, blah. Now, during this process, I never got a credit card number. Basically, he said, it's going to be this much money. I says, it's not enough. I'm fine. Forget it. Forget the whole thing. I says, I'll go ahead and keep the checking account just because I might be able to use that one for another business that I'm starting up. I says, I'll just have it separate from everything else, you know, and that's fine. You know, well, I head home, and late last night I started getting alerts on my phone that the credit card's being used, and I'm like, not me, not me. I'm texting back, you know, no, I did not approve. And you know, I'm sitting here thinking, well, I don't have the credit card number. Like, I didn't even know there was a number assigned to it. And I was like, the only person that knew it was this teller that, you know, and let me paint you a little better picture here. So while I was there, he entered in a lot of information. Oh, hold on, I got to redo it. Entered in information. Oh, well, hold on, the computer's acting up. So he entered the information in there like 3 times. And I even asked him, I was like, hey, are you sure you got everything right? Because you're entering a lot of information over there. You know, so all this is going on. And I'm making this, you know, I have other recordings of what happened in the bank, and I'm making this one just kind of to solidify what happened on my end. I don't know what the hell happened on their end. So anyways, last night I'm getting all these alerts saying my credit card's being used, and it maxed out my credit card last night that I never had. And so this morning I'm getting calls from the fraud alert people, and they're like, hey, we have, you know, reports saying you didn't charge it. I was like, I don't even have a card. I was like, I canceled it as soon as I heard the offer. I asked one question. He said no. I says, okay, cancel the card. And that's what I told him. He said, well, the card's not canceled, and I can't cancel it. You have to go to customer service. So they transfer me to customer service. This is the shit that happens in my life on a daily basis, you know. So anyways, they transferred me to customer service. They said, oh, you want to close your card? And I was like, well, I never technically opened it. I applied, you know, and that's what they kept saying. Oh, you opened up the card. I was like, well, I applied. They told me what I was qualified for, and I said no. You know, it's not like, yeah, give me the card. No, I changed my mind. It was like, as soon as they said, I said, no, I don't want it. So anyways, 2 hours this morning, I'm pissed off like crazy, yelling at people, you know, which I shouldn't, but I mean, after 2 hours of being on the phone, and, you know, I'm sitting here trying to get dressed and take a shower this morning, and I'm on the phone with these people. Talked to 3 different people on the phone. Nobody knew where the money was going. Nobody knew where the money came from. You know, they didn't know if it was a charge or if it was a transfer or what. And it just, the lack of chaotic, you know, just, I don't know what the heck to call it, but Chase has no common sense or anything. They just, whatever's on the screen, that's all they're allowed to talk about, you know. And everybody kept saying, well, you're the one that opened the credit card. And I had to correct them over and over again. I did not open it. I applied for it. Okay, y'all tell me how much? I said no. There's no way for me to know how much I'm going to get until after I apply. That's the rules. Anyways, this morning I go to the bank, you know, and everybody's like, you know, first thing, well, you know, you had the card approved in your name. I was like, I never got a card number. I don't even know what the number is to even charge anything, you know, just round and round and round. And it was in the branch, which I closed everything. I says, you know what, I don't want to do business with you guys. You guys are really screwed up in the head. I was like, none of y'all know what anything's doing. You're just reading a screen and not listening to anything I'm saying. You know, and the guy's like, well, I did everything right. I was like, you know, I don't even want to talk to you, because I think you're the one that's probably, if anything shady going on, you're the one that's stealing shit. Because he's the only one that had access to the computer screen that had whatever credit card number was on there, you know, so. But, and I just got a call, which, you know, and they said that everything's zeroed out and everything's taken care of, and it was an error by the teller. And now I'm wondering, you know, what was the error? Was he caught and, you know, doing something wrong, or was it just a computer glitch? Because I know he entered in the information like, you know, at least 2 or 3 times. But anyway, this has been my whole day. You know, yesterday I tried to fix my life and everything goes worse than what it was before. So, but I just got to the shop. I'm sitting here enjoying a little bit of air conditioning before I get out and start sweating. So, I'm having a garage sale Friday and Saturday from 9 to 2. I may open up sooner, but I'm going to put on the post 9 to 2 just in case I wake up late or anything like that. But I might get here early. So if I'm here early and you're here early, then come buy some stuff. So, but I'm working all day today until 4, and then tomorrow I'm going to pretty much be here the whole day. I got a whole bunch of new shelving, new stuff I'm setting up today, and I'm going to get everything kind of put in the right location so I can set it up inside. That way if it rains, you know, I don't have to pull stuff out. But then if it doesn't rain, I'm going to pull stuff out and make it look real nice for you guys. But having a garage sale Friday and Saturday. And I think Sunday, there's certain things that I've had out here for a while that I've been trying to sell. If it don't sell and it's not on Facebook, I'm just going to chunk it. I'm not even going to donate the stuff. So, but yeah, I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and just, you know, where I'm at. I'm not going to try to do no kind of okey-doke deals, no kind of, you know, let me try making it easier on myself, because that, my life and easy do not work well together. You know, the harder my life is, it seems like the easier things go for me. You know, it's like, if I try to have anything nice, anything frou-frou, anything that's pretty, it instantly gets destroyed or corrupted, or, you know, it just, I don't know what about my life but I can't have a normal life like you guys do. Like, you know, I can't drive a new car because it's going to be in the shop for 7 months of the first year I own it. You know, or as soon as I get it, you know, something happens to it. Like when I had my Mustang, I had it for 3-4 months, a tree falls on it, you know. It just, so much stupid stuff happens. But if I have Hoochie Mama, this nasty, broken down, water leaking, barely running truck, I've had this shit for 2 years, and other than a mistake I made with the security system, you know, this thing has not let me down once. You know, and like my ice cream truck, now a lot of y'all don't know about the ice cream truck, but for those who do, that was my baby. I love the ice cream truck. I got over 500,000 miles out of a truck that I bought for 1,800 bucks. Okay? I had that truck for, Jesus, 2006 to last year, I think it was, I got rid of it. There's a YouTube thing about me getting rid of the ice cream truck. But I mean, I had that thing forever, and it was, I'm not exaggerating when I say it had duct tape holding the battery in. It had baling wire, like little thin wire, you know, holding the air intake onto it so it'd stay attached to the vehicle. The coolant system had no overflow tank. It was all just a sealed system, and half the parts were missing. And I would just you know, I went in there and said, I got a hose this big on this end and this big on this. Do you have anything? And it was like, mine would go this way, and I'd buy one that'd be like this, you know, and I'd like, fuck it, I'm making it work, you know, and just hook that. Like the lower radiator hose was a foot longer than it should have been, so once it gets there, it like droops down, so I had it zip tied up to where it didn't catch on things when I'm driving. Had brakes off another vehicle on it, had rims and tires off another vehicle. You know, the keys didn't, the last year I owned it, I couldn't even lock it. I didn't tell anybody, but you can unlock it with a screwdriver. Like the keys didn't, you'd stick a key in and turn it, but any key I owned would open up that truck, which is gone now, so I can say that. But for the last, like, I'd say probably 2 years, I couldn't even, like, I'd lock it, but it wasn't really locked, so anybody can come up there. I mean, at one time, I took my thumb and unlocked it from outside the vehicle with my thumb. And then the back door, if you locked it, you couldn't unlock it, so I never locked the back door. And if someone did, I'd spend, you know, 30, 45 minutes trying to jiggle the key so you can get the thing unlocked. But yeah, and I love that vehicle. You know, it leaked water, and, you know, but, you know, it's the Utilimaster Aeromate. That's the name of the truck if you're ever curious. But, you know, drive with the doors wide open, foot hanging out the side, you know, and no air conditioning, overheated. If you drove it for too long and shut it off, you have to wait 20, 30 minutes to crank it up again. I mean, it was a bastard of a vehicle, but, you know, it really didn't let me down unless I didn't, you know, every problem I had with it was something I probably did, you know. But if I have a new vehicle, or if I try to do something nice in my life, you know, I went out and bought a brand new toilet, you know, opened up the box, had a crack in it, you know. It's like shit, I just keep the old one, you know. It's just, and I don't know why this is. I mean, I honestly, you know, I've never figured out why that if I have nice stuff, things go bad in my life. And I don't know if it's my mind, I don't know if it's just the universe, you know, but it wants to keep me, you know, at a particular level. Like I mean, you could, like, people in my family, I've rented cars to go visit people, okay? I mean, I rented a car to go to Disney World with it, well, not Disney, but Universal Studios with an ex-girlfriend. One of the worst trips of my life. The car broke down, the tickets didn't work. You know, we spent the first day and a half just trying to figure out how to get into, you know, and the hotel had a messed up reservation, so we didn't get the room we wanted. You know, I rented a car to go down to, I think it was either a prom or something for my niece. I went down there and, you know, and rented a car, and the windshield wiper, I could, you know, like I think the windshield wipers didn't work because it was a Mustang, and the tires, like I'm sitting there sliding all over the road. I couldn't hardly drive, you know. I bought the brand new ProMaster, and that's the one. I actually have a video on YouTube. The first year that I owned it, it was in the shop for 7 months. Okay, when I got it back out of the dealership, no joke, and I got it's on my other account, but I got a thing on YouTube. Is what happens when things go wrong at a dealership or something like that. But the odometer was flashing, which it's not supposed to flash, but it was flashing 666, and I still have that recording. But yeah, it's, you know, it just, if I have something new, you know, and that truck was a lemon. I mean, I had it and just constantly working on it, constantly had issues with it. It had a star case, which, if you know about the whole thing, is whenever there's special problems with vehicles, and mine had like 4 open star cases on it. And one day I was sitting at my mom's house watching Oak Island, and a thing came on, hey, you know, we're CarMax, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy a car. And while I was sitting there, I entered in my information from the little thing that they did, and they made an offer. And so the next day I drove over there to CarMax and said, hey, is this offer good? I showed them my phone, and I said, is this offer good? And they looked at the truck and they says, yeah. I said, okay, I'm gonna drive home, I'm gonna unload all my tools, and I'll be back. And I went back there and sold them, you know, sold them my truck. I got $9,000 over what I owed on it at the time. So I actually, you know, but in fact, I did that twice. I bought brand new cars from a dealership, sold them back to a dealership, and made money. Not necessarily made money, but I was never upside down in the vehicle, you know. But that's because when I look at a vehicle, if the deal's not good, I'm just going to walk away. I will not get into a bad deal, you know. But no, and that's one of the reasons why, you know, I want to get my teeth fixed. But again, if I get something nice, things will probably go wrong. I've thought about getting LASIK, you know, to fix my eyes, but Lord knows they'll probably blind me. It just, you know, for whatever reason, when I try to do good, the world says, nah. So, not the world, but the universe. Anyways, that's kind of a very long story of, you know, just me trying to get things a little bit better, and it made things, at least for this time period, a lot worse, because I have been aggravated. I'm worn out right now. Just being on the phone with these people and going back and forth, and just, my God. But anyways, I'm thinking about something right now, whether I should say or not, but I think I'm gonna leave it alone. So, but anyways, garage sale Friday. I'm gonna make a video tomorrow once I kind of get some things ready for the garage sale, and I'm gonna be posting maybe tonight or tomorrow some pictures on Facebook, Craigslist, you know, all the little groups that have the garage sales and all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna do Friday and Saturday this weekend. So, and then I'll be bringing stuff out. So on Friday, after I close up on 2, I'm gonna go and, you know, take a shower, get cleaned up, come back up that night, put more stuff out, and then I'll be back open on Saturday again. So there'll be new stuff on both days. So anyway, this is a weird video, but I kind of had to put this out to the universe, just let you guys know, you know, some of the things that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. And you know, if I ever get my mom or my sister, or, you know, maybe any of my old ex-employees that have been around me to see the stuff that doesn't happen to no one else. I mean, I could sit here for days making videos of the stuff that I've been privy to in my life, you know, as far as the weird shit that just seems to maybe not happen to me, but it definitely happens around me, you know. So, and I just ordered a body cam off of Amazon, so I'm gonna be getting that soon. So hopefully in the future, you know, when I have to deal with a bank accusing me of fraud, or you know, dealing with, you know, people threatening my life because I'm shopping at Walmart, or, you know, people wanting to fight me at a gas station, so I pull the hose out of the tank and douse them in gasoline and told them I was going to set them on fire. These are things that have happened to me in my life. You know, you know, walking down the road and almost getting hit and having a guy pull a gun on me, you know, because I'm walking on the sidewalk, and they ran a stop sign, and I go like this, you know, and then he slows down, pulls over, and sticks a gun out the, you know, the window, and I'm sitting there like, the passenger did, not the driver, but the driver stopped. But I mean, this is stuff, you know, that just, I don't know. It's like, I have this mentality. This is becoming a long video, I apologize. But I have this kind of like, not really mentality, but I have this idea that I'm the most hated person in the world. And a lot of people are like, oh no, you're not that bad, you're not that bad. But in my mind, if I consider myself the most hated person in the world, when all this crazy stuff happens to me, you know, it's not like it's out of the blue. It's like, oh my God, why is all this happening? Because that's more stressful than the way I've kind of trained my brain to think about things. But you know, if I sit there and, you know, something happens to me, oh yeah, I forgot. Everybody hates me. You know, so it doesn't hurt as much if I know, and I know that's not true, but it's the way I've conditioned my mind to deal with some of the crazy things that happen in my life, so it doesn't upset me anymore, because now I expect it. Like, you know, it's when things are nice when I'm like, something's wrong. You know, it's like, is when good things happen to me is when I'm very cautious. You know, when things are wrong, or, you know, in fact, like the window job, you know, I went to go pick up the windows, and, you know, 3 of the 7 were completely destroyed. You know, it's like, you know, y'all guys hate me. What do I expect? You know, it's like, and it kind of, it lightens the mood for me, so I'm not getting upset, because most people, if they went and bought windows and waited, you know, 2 months to get them, and then they finally come in and 3 of them damaged, and now you're going to wait another however long to get the windows, you know, a lot of people would be upset. But because of the way I think about things, I don't get upset over it. It's like, you know, you guys hate me, so that's you know, kind of why. Oh, I think this is one of my customers, so that'll cut it short. But on that note, peace, love, money, I'm out.